So my first thought was Serena Williams. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
You're just trying to get the bag. What the fuck?
So happy, super proud, and fuck. Weights lifted off my shoulder. I was there. I was the number one person. Be like, we're not gonna fucking do shit. This quarterback sucks.
We're not doctors here. We're not trying to say this, but I think in the future, it's going to be looked at as one of the worst human experiments that we've ever seen. Why is it that you see videos of people in Europe that just look not overweight and crazy? Come on, guys. Ozempic search trends. 2022 February, which is Super Bowl time. Then the next big spike. Don't tell me it's Super Bowl time again. You're going to go on ChatGPT and you say, hey, I'm looking for a dentist in Vancouver. It'll have ads like Google does now. So
That's bullshit.
I found out that Turning Point USA is doing their own fucking...
Oh, dude, it's so cringe. I just want to drive my truck, drink my beer, catch my fish.
I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer.
Talk about a different topic. Let's go out. The internet divided. The Bad Bunny halftime show.
My vote, best halftime show I've ever watched.
I say Kendrick's.
No, I felt a lot of emotion at the end
Yeah.
because he said Canada as well.
Yeah, he gave us a fucking shout out. Who do you think the next one would be? I'm curious. Like, do you think they'll go
Drake.
with another? No, like, you think they'll go with like a different like?
Diljit.
Imagine.
No.
Dude, the world would explode. Honestly. Hey guys, welcome back to Limelight. It's Super Bowl 60. We're gonna be reviewing it. I'm gonna be giving my thoughts on the champion team. You'll be giving your thoughts on the ads. Both be giving your
Commercials.
thoughts on the ads. Yeah, they weren't that great this year, so there's that. And then even we'll talk a little bit about the halftime show with Bad Bunny and Turning
yes,
Point
yes,
USA
totally.
as well, which is like the greatest halftime show of all time. But to get us started, damn, I've been a fan of this team for like since like 2011, 2012-ish. And obviously I went through great times when they won the Super Bowl in 2013. And then went through the worst time of my life in 2014 when they lost to the Patriots, funny enough, who they beat this time. And for those 12 years, I've seen that joke of Seattle should have ran the ball probably a billion times to the point where I'm so sick of it. Like, I remember sitting at my friend's house before the game, and that's all they kept showing on the screen.
No way.
That replay of that play.
Like
And
on the actual channel, sports channel.
on the channel. And I'm just like, and they're interviewing the guy who made the interception. I'm just like, I don't need this right now. I'm already nervous as fuck going into this game, right? And for these guys to show up, come in, do the work, dominate the game. I know some people say it's a boring game. Completely get it, obviously. It's a very defensive game. The both teams' defenses are great. But yeah, they dominated. And it reminded me a lot of the Super Bowl that they won against the Broncos. I mean, there's a video ad right here. It's like someone made like a TikTok edit. There's one play in the game that happened in both these games that was almost identical to the point where the players celebrating did the same celebration. And I don't know if you knew that because he wasn't on the team on either times. But
Glitch in the Matrix.
it literally felt like a
rigged.
glitch in the Matrix type of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's insane. I mean, I was obviously very emotional when they won. I was hugging everyone. I even got teary eyed. I'm not gonna lie. For me, I meant a lot because rooting the sports teams that we root for, Canucks and Seahawks, they don't really have the best like careers, I would say, like best like lifelong like fandom, because there's a lot of heartbreaks. They've had great teams, like, you know, like I remember watching when I first started watching this team, I'm like, holy shit, who's gonna beat this team? Because this team had so much swagger. They'd come out, had one of the best defenses, had a great quarterback, had a great running back, and you know they always get shit done. They would come into a game, even if they're losing, they'll win at the end. Doesn't matter. And the other team, they used to shit talk, like the back in the day when Seahawks used to play, they used to shit talk so much, get in people's faces. And this team came in quiet before the season started. No one thought they'd do good, especially with when they signed their quarterback, who I'll say, I was there. I was the number one person to be like, we're not going to fucking do shit. This quarterback sucks because he has a history of really bad plays. He started off his career with New York Jets. He was a very high draft pick, and his career just fell off, essentially.
And New York Jets are like the worst franchise in
One of
football
the
right now.
worst, yeah. One of the worst, yeah. Actually, that is the worst, yeah. I would say that's the worst.
Okay, yeah.
No offense, Jets fans. It's
No
rough
offense,
for you
Gary
guys.
V.
Yeah.
Gary V.
Yeah, he wants to buy the Jets still. But he went there, and he was just like a flop pick, essentially. Like, everyone made fun of him. The biggest thing about him in the Jets is that they made a fucking a post on Instagram saying he got out indefinitely with mononucleosis. I don't know why they made this post for him, but he was roasted about that for years. Then he got dropped from that team, picked up on another team, dropped on that team. Then he was backup. And NFL, once you're a backup, the chances of you becoming a starter again is like slim. It's very slim. You're probably going to be a lifelong backup. That's just the way the game goes. Then he went to Minnesota. They took a chance on him, and he did good. Their team went 14-3, I think it was, or like a really good record. But in the playoffs, what happened was he choked. The old Sam Darnold came out, is what everyone said, right? So when we signed him, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, dude, we're not gonna have any good luck. I mean, our team's relatively young. We do have good pieces, but like maybe it'd be I think other teams had him on their team kind of to be their like a mentor for their younger player. So once their younger player gets there, he will take over, and that's what Minnesota kind of did. So I'm like, oh, I guess we're kind of doing the same thing because we drafted a young QB in the draft as well. So after that, look at what happened this season. They started off a bit wonky too. It wasn't like the greatest start. They were always, the past few years, they haven't been the greatest at home, even though they have the best home field advantage than any other team in the NFL, like not even close. And then they just started rifling off wins, and it was 1 week after he had one of his worst games in Seattle that he pretty much cost them the game. Like he threw 4 interceptions, terrible game. After that, one of their defensive players came out and said, he's like, we trust him. He's like, I don't care. It was a really good press conference. A lot of belief that they had in him. He's like, I don't care. He's like, those type of games happen. He's like, I know, I have full faith in him.
Man, Sam's had us in every game. So for him to sit there and say, oh, that's my fault. No, it's not. There was plays that defensively we could have made plays. There were opportunities where we could have got better stops. Yeah, I mean, like, it's football, man. And he's our quarterback. We got his back, and we got anything to say, quite frankly.
And I feel like you need leaders like that in a locker room.
As a coach or as a player?
As a player, yeah. And even the whole team in general, they've always had belief in each other. And I feel like that kind of culture is what I've seen from this team from like this, like I guess the start of the season and through like all these ups and downs, and like seeing where they are now, like it makes sense why they won. And if you watch like they do like a mic'd up thing for the whole Super Bowl. So they have random people mic'd up in the game. Patriots were shook after one play, like essentially one play, like once they came off the field. The coach had to get these guys to lift their heads up. Of one play, they didn't even score yet. They only have 3 points on the board. Seattle just had swagger. They had everything they needed. They had faith in themselves, and that's what got them to winning the Super Bowl. And I'm so happy, super proud, and fuck. Weights lifted off my shoulder every time I see that clip of that old interception. Does nothing to me anymore. Honestly, this is the first time ever I can say it does nothing to me.
Trauma's gone.
It's gone. Literally healed within one fucking year. That's it.
When was the last time Seahawks won?
2013.
And you weren't a fan back then?
I was. But like I wasn't like so invested as I am now. Like I was like still a few years into it. So for me, it's just like, oh wow, my team won. Like that's sick. And then they went again back to back to Super Bowls, but then they lost the second time. They lost in a really embarrassing fashion, right? And yeah, and then the team just crumbled. It was literally like a dynasty just crumbled after that. Like player after player just got injured. This guy's gone. This guy doesn't like the coach.
And you mentioned that the general manager remained the same from 2014 till now. So it's usually top down. They usually get rid of any team that's goes through a tough patch. Usually slowly players are gone, coaches and managers all disappear, and somehow this general manager got to stay.
Yeah, so he obviously built like one of the best Seattle teams they've ever had, right? They never won a Super Bowl until that first time they won. He built a very defense-ready team. Like that defense was unstoppable. Probably one of the best defenses ever in NFL history. Like they beat in that Super Bowl, they were playing the best offensive team and like statistically in the NFL ever. And they only scored 8 points. And Seattle scored 43.
Wow.
And 20 were on defense.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's unreal what he did. But then his mentality, I think, with this team was similar. Their defense is unreal. Their offense is still really good. I'm not taking anything away from the offense, but he built the defense strong. And there was years I know a lot of fans wanted him gone because it was kind of like, we're not getting anywhere. We're kind of in the mushy middle. We're not getting a good pick, and we're not really progressing. We're kind of just staying the same, right? And he still kept with what he wanted to do. He built where their holes needed to be plugged, and he filled everyone out. And eventually this team won a Super Bowl. And it's crazy to think that this guy, like he probably knew his job was on the line like 3 years ago when, I mean, attendance has never been an issue. People will show up, but the home field advantage was gone. Other teams' fans would fill out the seats and stuff. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like terrible to the point where like, oh, no one showed up. But yeah, I mean, like a lot of these players, I guess some of them he even traded for and acquired, and He even let go of great players like our franchise quarterback that we won the Super Bowl with. He got rid of him. He got rid of a really star wide receiver. Got rid of him, and he made the hard choices, and those choices led to this. Just off that trade off the franchise quarterback, we got fucking 2 all-star players. Literally. 2 players that are like the best players on our team. It's unreal.
Yeah, I feel like with Vancouver Canucks and stuff like that, it's once you have like a good enough team, you kind of keep everyone as that same leader. If it's the same general manager, they're never going to give up on their people, which I'm assuming he got a lot of shit for getting rid of some of those players, though, right? Originally.
Well, the quarterback,
Not
he
anymore.
was on the tail end of his career, I would say, so it wasn't so crazy they trade him. The wide receiver caught me by surprise. When I saw that trade, I was like, okay, wow, that's crazy. But I guess they're trusting the one younger wide receiver to take over. But there's credit to him, but I'll give even bigger credit to the coach. New coach, young, only a few years on the job. He used to be a defensive coach before. And before that, he used to be like an assistant coach in like high school or something. Now he's a head coach of an NFL team. He's in control of what the defense does, and no coach does that. So he's the first NFL coach in history to do that as well, to be coaching as a coach and also be doing defense at the same time.
Oh, damn.
And his schemes are shit that no one does in the league. Like, people have breaking down the film and they're like, no one does this shit. And how is it working? Because they have good personnel and he's trusting them. But he knows how to fire you up, man. I've seen these clips of like Seahawks were posting, and even like the crazy thing was when he was just hired, the first time he saw the rest of the team, he's like, we're going to be in the championship game one day. And he's like, we're going to be there soon. So I want you guys to prepare for that. And 2 years later, they're there.
Crazy.
Just 2 years. He's good. He's a great coach. Great
Reminds
leader.
me of, I think, someone that's quite, one of the few general managers in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Happens to be the Canucks general manager. Maybe he'll do something.
I don't know.
Mr. JR.
I feel like it's culture, honestly. Like, seeing how Seattle is
Yeah.
and like how much they're, like, the owner's great, honestly. The Allens have
That
been
makes
amazing.
a difference. Big
Huge difference. They're just like, do what you guys got to do. We're not going to fuck with it. Build what you got to build. General managers building a great culture. The coach built a great culture. Players built a great culture. Everyone you could see gives a fuck about each other. Like, no one's like not included. They care about the kicker, bro. Like, the kicker essentially could have been the MVP in this game. That's how many points you got. But from top to bottom, everyone's included in everything. And that's how it should be in every team. And shout out to the Patriots. You all wanted us before, man. But we got to get back, and I'm happy about that. Very happy. And like, even going back to the culture thing, like, the coach said it themselves. They're like, all year we just did not care. That's the model they stuck with. We didn't care what anyone said. We came in to do our job, and that's what we did. And it showed on last Sunday.
Nice. Well, the thing that the players can't control, and for people that are, don't care about sports, you've probably skipped to this part now. There's commercials like that I've always been like very curious about.
Yeah.
In Super Bowl, like when I didn't care about Super Bowl, I was always like, okay, what's gonna be the craziest commercials for it? And as someone that really likes marketing and stuff like that, I'm starting to just hate marketing and the way that marketing is done. Well, what marketing is done for these days. But like, I remember, I think it was 2019 was the first year that an electric car was on the Super Bowl ads, and it was Porsche, or it was Hummer and Porsche. I think both of them. They did Super Bowl ads to show they have electric cars. It was crazy. I'm 90, maybe it was 2020. Maybe it was 2020 actually, right before COVID. Can you even say that anymore? If you say COVID, does that mean you get like fucking shadow ban anymore?
I have no clue.
I wonder, because remember they would call it the vid, the jab.
Yeah, the jab. Oh god.
Anyway, so it was like crazy. I was like, damn, it's crazy. And I remember there was always other commercials and stuff like that that were pretty big over the years.
But I feel like the commercials have always like you can tell based on the commercials what was going on during that time.
And why? Why would you say that?
Like what's going on in the world at the time? Like
so what's going on in the world right now?
Well, right now it's AI. Clearly, if you look at all these fucking ads, there's so much weird AI. Like I thought the Budweiser commercial was pretty cool, but like it's obviously AI. A fucking eagle didn't do that, but it's just like
what was it? The eagle did what?
It's essentially like it's like a baby eagle, and a horse took care of it its whole life, and then it grew big, and then like the horse jumps over something, and the eagle like spreads its wings, and it's like behind the horse. So that some guy saw it, he's like, oh my god, like it looks like a Pegasus essentially, but there's too much like AI in these ads, and like the Super Bowl before this, I think the big controversy, or the one even before that, was Travis Kelce promoting the jab essentially for Moderna, and like everyone freaked out over that.
Oh, was there actually a Super Bowl ad
yeah,
about
it
that?
was. It was a Super Bowl ad. Yes, it was either Moderna or
AstraZeneca?
or Pfizer or someone like that. But like that's what I'm saying. Like every time you look at like a series of Super Bowl commercials, you could genuinely tell like what was going on, what was happening around that time, kind of.
Yeah, so you know what, like that one I didn't know about, but I don't know. I just like, okay, the thing, the most controversial, there's two controversial commercials this year. Start with the first one, just talk about it quickly. It was the Ring doorbell camera.
Yeah.
So essentially they made this like really, it kind of caught me off guard because actually there's one more that I'll talk about that I don't think is controversial though. But I don't even, the funny thing is, by the way, if you are live in Canada like us, if you watch the Super Bowl, you don't get any cool
you don't
ads.
get all the cool ads.
You just get the normal boring ads. There's nothing really.
There
There's
are
a few,
some cool ones, yeah.
There might be a
Once in
few
while they'll throw in
special
one,
ones,
yeah.
sure. But Super Bowl, it's like every ad is like pre-directed, predetermined. Well, ads are always predetermined what's going to roll, but it's like every single one is a feature film.
Yeah.
Whereas like in Canada, it's not really. So when you were watching it, you were watching the Canadian feed,
Yeah.
which shows a mix of random commercials that might overlap as Super Bowl commercials in the States
They
and
usually
Canada.
do, yeah.
Sometimes. But like if it's a car commercial and stuff like that, they don't have to change much, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I was actually watching it at home and I was watching the US feed. So I was actually like, for the first time in my life, watching the US feed. So I was seeing the US commercials as
They would have been shown.
as they would have been
Yeah.
shown to like if I lived in the States, right? Which
Yeah.
is if you watch like American TV, it's crazy.
Their ads
Commercials are
hilarious.
crazy. No,
Their
but
ads
like
are hilarious,
they
so.
can say like some crazy
Whatever.
shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like less, I guess, regulation or whatnot, or what. They just don't care, I think.
Yeah, so there was a few that I was kind of expecting, and the one that caught me off guard, first of all, was the Ring doorbell camera, and essentially, you know, you can go search it up yourself, but it's a doorbell camera that you have at your house, and they show like how much you love your pet, and you know, they like make this like emotional thing about it, and then they're like, yeah, you know, this many pets go missing, but wait, you know, if you have a Ring doorbell camera, we're gonna help you find your dog. Just upload a photo of your dog and it will we will track through all the different cameras in your neighborhood, see if your dog has like appeared on their camera, which is like AI scanning it and scanning your camera. And if AI is scanning your camera to check for a dog, it's scanning everything and everything
yeah.
else in between. So yeah, they were like, yeah, so get a Ring doorbell camera and whatever. That got a lot of like hate
'Cause
online.
It's kind of like Big Brother type of thing. Like you're always being watched, essentially, right? So I
Literally.
see. That's weird. It's really odd.
So
And that they try to make it all like
and they're
fun
making
and cute.
it and yeah, they playing on your emotions.
Yeah.
Well, they say, hey, if you want to get rich, you like it's like you make a woman may feel more beautiful, you make a man feel more confident or strong or look strong, or you know, you play on these most common desires of
Yeah.
humans and you'll become rich. And in this case, it's like, okay, well, how do we want to convince you from a marketing side to become, you know, positive about getting, you know, watched 24/7? Your dog goes missing.
Yeah.
And like dogs go missing more than kids. If they said kids, it'd be too close to maybe Epstein shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they probably are like, oh, let's go with dogs. And like, and you know what? A lot of people have had their moments where you think your dog like is out of your sight and you freak out for heart stops for a second. And they like play, they play with that with
Mm-hmm.
you, right? Either way, I don't know the details. I'm not going to go into the details of that one, but apparently the company that they were using for AI, if you looked into it, they were like controversial. So they've dropped that company that did it and they're changing it now. So there was enough backlash from that
It doesn't
commercial.
even change the fact though, just like you're just being watched all the time, essentially, and that they could like we spoke about this like off camera, but like how they can just tap into anyone's camera, which like you probably already gave like your rights up when you bought it, right? But like that's just odd how they can be like, all right, I'm gonna get to your neighbor's camera, I'm gonna check everything, and like that's really odd.
Yeah. So this means that every single neighbor's camera is getting scanned for something. And yeah, at the end of the day, though, like you said, you're already tracked. So, you know, if you can at least now use it to your benefit to find your dog
Yeah.
and not just have, you know, whoever else viewing your camera.
And then they
there's
fucking
that.
market it as like free too, which is hilarious.
Yeah, because it is technically
Yeah, it's
a free feature.
Yeah.
But in theory, though, again, it's good that you can find your dog, and if you can find your dog easier because of that, I still like wonder though, like if a dog's
why do we not think of kids first before dogs?
like I said though,
That's why I'm
it's
confused.
too controversial.
I guess.
Kids going missing,
Or just any person in general, just like take a photo of them and we can find them. Like that would be a pretty useful thing, no?
but then that's officially Big Brother tracking humans, right? I don't know.
I mean, this is basically the same.
It's
thing.
already happening.
I mean, if
but
it could do dogs, then it could do fucking humans. Come on.
yeah. Other shout out, just honorable mention to the Claude AI ad.
I didn't see that.
First of all, they got the rights to what's the song? What's the difference? The difference between you and me?
I don't know the song.
No, you know the song. It's Dr. Dre. What's the difference between me and you? Violation. It doesn't work.
Hey, can I get a six-pack quickly?
Perfect. That is a clear and achievable goal. Would you like me to tailor a personalized workout plan?
Yes.
Perfect. Let me personalize this for you. Let's start with your age, weight, and height. Whenever you're ready.
5'7", 23 years old, 140 pounds.
Got it. I'll create a plan that focuses on aesthetic
Literally
strength
talks
training.
just like that.
But confidence isn't just built in the gym. Try Step Boost Max, the insoles that add 1 vertical inch of height and help short kings stand tall.
What?
Use code HeightMaxing10 for big
How is this an
discounts.
ad for Pro AI? I don't get it.
Ads are coming to AI, but not Claude. ChatGPT, which is what everyone uses, is gonna have ads now.
Oh wow.
And Sam Altman,
Who owns Claude? Just curious.
they're actually original. The co-founders were originally OpenAI ChatGPT employees or execs, and then they ditched off and did their own thing. We'll save it for another day, this whole conversation about OpenAI, but OpenAI, Elon did like literally invest multi-millions of dollars into that company,
Interesting.
thinking that, hey, this is going to be an open source AI that everyone's going to be able to, use whatever. And the example Elon gave was, imagine there's a company that says, hey, the Amazon rainforest, we're going to save it. We're trying to raise money. We're not for profit. Literally, it was a non-profit, open AI, open source. When you hear that, means that everyone can access it and adjust it, do whatever they want with it. So this company says, hey, we're trying to save the Amazon rainforest. We need funding. And then 2 years later, they become a logging company. Like that's what he describes it as. And that's just crazy. But anyway, Sam Altman, who is the CEO of OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, he basically was like, I would never do ads unless it came down to it. I would never do ads. I don't think it's appropriate in the AI space, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, unless it came down to it where it was desperate times.
I kind of think of ads as like a last resort for us for a business model. I would do it if it meant that was the only way to get everybody in the world like access to great services. But if we can find something that doesn't do that, I'd prefer that.
Now, these ads came out.
How desperate are the times, man?
Money in the face. You got money
literally.
in your face. But no, Claude made these ads. They posted them all on X and everywhere on YouTube before before the Super Bowl. The music, they got clearance from Dr. Dre to use his song, which is pretty sick.
Cool. Yeah, it's
You
pretty cool.
don't get Dr. Dre being like, sure. Dr. Dre's not Jay-Z, bro. Let's put it that way. Not P. Diddy. That guy,
You'd probably say no if it was for the wrong thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Diddy will sue anything for money, bro. You can play a song on anything. This guy is not like that. Anyways, they released these ads. And the way that it talks like ChatGPT guy,
Yeah.
like everything. That's just one of them, by the way. So Height Boost Max.
There's a lot of them.
No, there's another one where it's like, hey, how do I connect better with my mom? And then it's like a woman, and she's like, oh, you know what? Your mom, she's this, she's that. And then like ask a question, and she goes, well, and if it doesn't really work out, join this singles for mature women who are looking. And I think they say cougars in there too.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but anyway, so it's like, creepy ads, whatever. They're exaggerating it. The ads aren't going to be in the middle of a conversation. Not yet. Joe Rogan, by the way, also was like, I don't I do ads, but I don't put them in between podcasts. Now, if you listen to one of his podcasts, it's like, boom, boom,
Well, another
ad,
thing
ad.
he also said is, I'm not gonna put an ad that I don't believe in. Does
Yeah.
he really take
That-
AG1 every fucking day?
I think he
No
believed in that one,
way.
but no, he was actually anti-gambling. He always talked about gambling. People lose money. It's everything.
Yeah.
And now it's like, hey guys, DraftKings, if you get Super Bowl's coming in.
This UFC, I'm betting on DraftKings.
Yeah,
Like, get
yeah,
outta
yeah,
here.
yeah. Is that what he says? So, anyways, that's a whole other thing. But anyways, so ChatGPT is gonna have ads now, and Claude didn't mention ChatGPT, but the way the thing's talking makes you think right away. You're like, this sounds exactly like ChatGPT. I know what ChatGPT sounds like. It's exactly the same. I thought they mentioned ChatGPT. I thought they said ChatGPT is getting ads or something. It just AI is getting ads.
They're not.
They
not
never
that,
actually
They're not
said-
that open. They're not like Pepsi and Coke.
Yeah, yeah,
Also, a really good ad.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
a great ad.
This year?
Yeah.
What was it this year?
It was pretty much a Coca-Cola bear. You know the bear they always have.
Mm-hmm.
But he drank Pepsi and he liked it better. And then there's a whole thing of how like no one fucks with him. Like Coca-Cola dropped him, and then he like enjoys Pepsi from now on.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay,
It's a
anyways,
really
I
good
didn't see that
commercial.
one.
It's
I
a
didn't pay
great
attention.
It's AI too, obviously. It's fucking a bear.
Well, you can't say that all of them are AI. There's animators that might be doing it too.
Sure.
Anyways, Claude never mentions OpenAI. Sam Altman posts like a fucking 10-page tweet on X being like, hey, you know, I've seen recent ads, allegations, blah, blah, blah. And people are just like, bro, they didn't even mention you, like, chill. But anyways, his whole thing is ads are coming. So that means for better or for worse, you're going to go on ChatGPT and you say, hey, I'm looking for a dentist in Vancouver. It'll have ads like Google does now. So
That's bullshit. Because it's supposed to be very impartial, right?
yeah. So yeah. But I'm just like looking at Claude doing these ads. I think they're gonna. I think Claude's actually an incredible.
But you have to
LLM.
be invited to use it.
No,
right?
no, no. Anyone can use Claude, and it's a great program. However, I don't know if that's gonna age well because I think eventually everyone's gonna run ads, bro. It's how everything works.
Yeah, that's how you gonna make money, right? How you gonna keep it going?
Yeah, like how you keep the price low.
Yeah,
Like, doesn't Netflix run ads now?
they do every streaming.
No, but
platform.
Netflix runs ads now.
Yeah, every streaming platform does.
That's
Literally, there's
crazy.
not one that doesn't.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was an honorable mention. What we really want to talk about is Serena Williams ad, where she's taking a GLP-1 and stabbing herself with it, and talking about how she takes it and how there's an oral form. You take a pill.
Mhm.
You see the commercial?
Yeah, that
Uh,
played in the Canada feed too as well. So
that one was approved for both fucking countries.
yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on what are your thoughts
I just
as a pro athlete, as an ex-pro athlete?
yeah, I
you
was
know.
D1. I was drafted, but what's it called? Nah, it's too much. Like even with Sportsnet, like we've talked about in the past. I don't think on the pod though, but this hockey night Canada panel sponsored by Ozempic. The whole fucking booth is orange. It's a little too much. Like growing up, I didn't even know what this thing was called. I didn't know what GLP-1 was. I don't know semaglutide. Any of this shit was. Never even heard of it. Now I can't go a day without seeing an Ozempic commercial. It's a little bit too much to the point where it even got in my head. There's a commercial Ozempic made, and they had a very catchy tune to it. It's like, "Be-de-dee-dee." But
Yeah.
I was literally humming. I'm like, bro, these fuckers, man, they're everywhere. Because I had to play like 10
God.
times in an intermission, right? But it's too much. Like I think this Ozempic shit's taken like a different form to the point where we'll put it up on the screen. I got a message today. You're looking a little over, bro. Come on, man. If I need Ozempic, there's some issues going on here. I've never needed that. Hopefully, I never do. But I do feel the shitty thing about this Ozempic stuff is people actually need it, can't get it, and people who are just using it for the sake of like, oh hey, I just want to be skinny or whatever. They're using it. I think it's like it's unfair for people because there was shortages for a time, right? And it's unfair for people who actually need it for like medical reasons, and they don't get to even get it because hey, someone else bought like 50 of them before you came in.
I don't think that's true anymore. I don't think anyone's running out now.
No,
I think it happened.
now, but I'm saying like there was a time where there was a shortage.
Yeah. So the text message you got, I clicked the link.
Yeah.
Don't click links, generally speaking, ever. But I looked at that link, and since it's like a simple domain, I decided to click it. Took the risk for you, and I think it's a scam, most likely.
Oh, it's 100% a scam, but it's just very odd that like, would you ever get an ad like that for Tylenol?
Yeah.
Would you ever get that for like, oh, hey, maybe you should try out some like healthy stuff. Like, have you drank water today? Like, would you ever get an ad like that? No.
So their Ozempic's dream was to get someone like Serena Williams, like an athlete. That's
Yeah.
ideally a woman, because women are more more into body image and things like that, and trying to take care of things like that. Not to say that men are not. Many men also have body. What do they call it? Body
Dysmorphia.
morphia. Is that what it is?
Dysmorphia.
Dysmorphia. Sorry. Yeah. So, anyways. I did some research on this. Ozempic was created originally to help people that have diabetes. And the way it helps, whether you have diabetes or not, originally it was something that you had to take every day. And then what this new type of GLP-1 thing is it was became big in like the late 2010s, where it was something that you could do once a week. So they figured out how to like take it less frequently and to give you the same effect. Basically, you limit your hunger receptors.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. It just like fills up you get the feeling of the filled up gut.
Yeah.
And I've heard you can't eat a lot on it or you will throw up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Basically, yeah. Your body is being tricked into thinking that it's full. And it's actually similar to when you eat a lot of protein. So believe it or not, if you do consume a lot of protein, it does help make you feel more full. And like good protein anyways. And this is what it's doing. You take this jab and you'll be eating less.
Yeah.
Some people think that you can just eat as much as you want and you just will lose weight. No, you just won't be as hungry.
Yeah,
and if you do eat, you'll vomit. So my first thought was, Serena Williams, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You're just trying to get the bag. What the
Because
fuck?
you're a pro athlete. You have a great diet for sure. You keep up with all your blood work and all your tests. Why are you doing it? Unless like you were born with like diabetes, completely fair. I'm not gonna say anything about that, right? But I don't believe she has diabetes. So it's really odd that an athlete's not promoting this, because it's just weird anytime an athlete promotes any kind of pharmaceutical thing. It's literally showing like, oh hey, people at their peak are doing this. So why don't you, right?
So the main thing is you will eat less. When you eat less, you're gonna lose weight.
Yeah.
You can do that without Ozempic.
Yeah.
You just eat less,
Fasting.
whatever it is. I'm not saying it's easy. Obviously, this makes it like
definitely.
this makes it impossible to fuck up.
It accelerates it.
Well, it
definitely.
makes it impossible to fuck up. You're
Yeah.
literally like, if you normally will eat like a
lot of food.
lot of food,
You'll eat like a quarter
small amount
maybe.
and feel just as full as when you
Yeah.
eat that amount, right? What happens is you lose this weight and you feel good about it and everything's great. The moment you stop taking Ozempic, you will gain back all the weight almost immediately.
Yeah.
There's no sustainability here. There's not like I learned how to eat less now and I've
Yeah.
learned my lesson.
Because if you
and
still
I
have the
feel-
same habits you had before, there's nothing changing.
if you eat less, you will absolutely feel better. You actually do feel better. People, again, I'm not trying to make this claim here. We're not trying to make any medical claims here about anything. We're not doctors. Do your own research, and you're free to choose whatever you want to do.
And
If
talk
you
to
decide
your
you want to do
doctor
it,
too.
and if you decide you want to do Ozempic, and your damn freaking doctor says it's the right thing for you, hey, go ahead, do as you want. People make claims that you can fast for like a week, water fast, and it can kill different sorts of viral infections in your body. I think it makes some sense when your body goes into overdrive and it's got like in a life or death situation. Sometimes your body, naturally will fight certain things that might be going on, right? But either way, cool. Fasting or not, eating less, losing some fat in like I have extra fat on my body right now. If I lost some of that fat right now, I would absolutely probably feel better. Definitely feel more confident, I guess, with my shirt off or whatever, things like that, or with tighter shirts, I guess. But when you start taking Ozempic, people are not getting, they think of it as the magic pill. And we've talked about like other medication, like psychedelics, I talk about how we've had doctors talk about how, hey, this can be something that really helps you relieve you of your trauma, relieve you of all these things. It's not a magic pill. You need to be ready to go through uncomfortable things.
You do the work.
You do the work. When it comes to losing fat, you need to do some work, okay? Because if you lose fat rapidly, you don't just lose fat. You lose muscle, you lose bone density, you lose a lot of other parts of like that are good for your body. But the main thing is your muscles. You start losing your muscles.
Yeah.
Serena Williams, she ain't competing again. Like, I don't
Well,
think
she's
so.
already retired anyways.
Yeah, but like she ain't competing again. Like, it's not going to happen now. Like, and I'm not saying that, okay, the effects that she's had are irreversible. If she goes off Ozempic, like if she's going to compete, she's not going to be on Ozempic.
Oh,
She's going to be eating more.
Yeah.
She needs to be getting the carbs that she needs, everything.
Yeah.
Like every other pro athlete, give me a break.
Yeah.
But again, most people look at her and go, oh, she's a pro athlete.
That's what I'm saying.
I can do it.
I can do it. Yeah. That's why it's like, I don't like how they've been marketing shit. Like you brought that up like initially when you made the opening statement, but like, marketing's just so like dirty now. Like, they really are playing on the emotions and like manipulative marketing where they're like,
If your doctor is a good doctor and decides that Ozempic is right for you, you will essentially have a doctor telling you, here's what you need to make sure you eat every day. You need to make sure you're having enough protein, whatever. You also need to be doing muscle training. You need to be doing some sort of training to make sure that your muscle loss is not too high. What do you think most people are doing? They're just taking Ozempic, eating less, and getting skinny.
yeah.
That's one thing that I will say Serena Williams is probably not doing. She's probably training.
Yeah.
She's probably still has top tier food
Yeah.
and eats protein and things like that, right? The other thing too about feeling full and things like that, when you eat like McDonald's, when you eat like, other junk food,
It just spikes your insulin and makes you feel full.
it doesn't make you feel full because there's less fiber in your food.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Less fiber
Mix it up.
means fiber is what makes you feel full.
Yeah.
And when you're eating food
And
that
it makes
has
you shit.
Yeah, and when you have low fiber foods that are super high in calories, you can eat significantly more calories. That's why like when you eat like vegetables, which I guess is kind of boring to eat, but like there's a certain point where you're gonna be like, I can't eat anymore and I'm full. Or if you have some sort of meal that's like a salad or something more hearty, it'll be a meal that you're gonna feel full from. Whereas you go to McDonald's, you're like, oh, I can eat like 3 burgers and fries and all these other things and dessert, because you just don't feel full until you've
It's not real
overeaten.
food, right?
It's not even real food. So
It's funny
my
you brought
problem,
up fiber, by the way, because there was a funny ad I saw for Super Bowl.
what?
It was a Raisin Bran, I think it was.
Okay.
You know that shitty cereal no one ever buys. They had an ad on it. It was obviously Kellogg's owns it, right? But it's interesting, like, because the whole push now is like fibers everywhere because people are getting colon cancer at young ages. So I guess that's a good thing they did, but it's still Kellogg, so it's not fucking healthy at the end of the day. It has like 1 billion chemicals in it. So yeah, anyways.
Yeah. So, well, my main thing is people are taking Ozempic, thinking that it's going to be a magic pill. They freaking jab themselves. And in, 6 weeks, 3-4 months, they lose all their weight. Well, they lose like, they drop pounds like
Yeah, it's really quick.
stupid
It's
fast.
very rapid.
And like when you if you go without Ozempic and go to that meal level and you force yourself, okay, I'm just going to eat. Let's just say you did Ozempic and I decided, okay, I'm going to eat whatever you eat, the same amount. When you say you're full, I'm going to stop too. If we both did that, you're going to be coasting.
You would pass out.
I would be getting headaches and migraines and being like, because my body's going through, even though, not only do I not feel full, I'm getting carb crash, like withdrawals.
You're not getting like nutrients, right? You're not getting proper
not getting
food.
enough.
Yeah.
And then that's what causes you to like, okay, let me just have that extra sugary thing or something to spike the insulin, right? The reason why Ozempic exists is for diabetic people, like you said.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier, type 2, type 1. Type 1 is genetic.
Type 1's kind of like very early
born into
on.
it?
Yeah, kind of borderline born into it, like you're a little bit young. Type 2 can happen like usually like midlife, like based on
And
something
maybe
ate.
it's avoidable.
Like diets
Yeah.
and
it could've
exercise.
been
I
maybe
think a lot
avoidable.
of things you can do like kind of prevent it.
So, my whole thing is when you watch Super Bowl ads, when you watch ads these days, it's junk food, Raisin Bran with all these preservatives, not food.
Yeah.
Not food that were being
Like, has there
pushed
ever
to
been a
eat.
farming commercial? Like, oh, I guess
Milk.
BC every now and then. Yeah, but like that's the whole like push that they're doing in general.
Yeah, but they're never sexy. They're never, they're never anything. And at the end of the day, they're just like support BC farmers.
Yeah.
Or hey, get your milk from dairy farmers in Canada. That's what we see in Canada anyways. And you see the American ones. You don't see, hey, here's me. I have colon cancer or I have this type of
I
cancer
wish I ate
or
more
have
veggies.
this, I started eating more veggies and organic ones or whatever. I get it though. It's not as sexy of a topic.
And
It's
also,
not
like,
going to be,
it
you know.
does cost a lot to fucking air this. So I will give him that. Like, Super Bowl was like 10 mil for a 30-second ad or some ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
So obviously, who's gonna have that money? The corporations, right? So they're gonna put out what they want.
Well, again, this should be where government, you know, I'm not a big fan of government freaking being involved in a lot of stuff. Like, you know, government doesn't need to be, you know, telling you what to do in every aspect of your life. However, there's the reason why government exists is, you know, why are there no smoking ads?
Yeah,
on
it's
on
because
TV
the whole
They're
thing's
not
done.
allowed. They're
Yeah.
not allowed to fucking talk about
But
smoking.
then again, that was a thing too. Like the government was involved in that shit back. Well, not government. I guess corporations were like paying off a lot of people, and there were commercials back in the day of that.
I'm sure Ozempic rates in North America
Or
are
definitely way higher than anywhere
else in the world.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
there's so
obviously
many
you can't
different
just
alternatives.
easily-
We can't even just say Ozempic. It's just Wegovy.
GLP-1.
There's everything. Like there's like the amount since Ozempic got like popular in like I guess like pop culture or whatever North America. There's so many alternatives now. It's crazy. If you
Ye-
can't get one, get the other.
Yeah,
Crazy.
And no, but the reality is, our humans are made to go through challenges, and if you want to live a long, healthy life, you need to do the work, like you said.
Yeah, you need to do the work.
You need to take care of what type of sugar you're eating and all that stuff. I'm proud to say right now it's been, what is it now? It's February, middle of February. So November, so December, January. It's been 90 days. I have had almost no processed sugar.
That's good.
There's probably processed sugar in some of the stuff that I'm eating, but like I might have a bite or something small. And you know, what's the longest you've gone without not having processed sugar? Probably never. Just be real.
I can't like say like I never
Yeah,
like, tracked it, right?
When you don't have
sure.
processed sugar, I've done like a paleo diet. I've done different things where I don't have like, you know, pop and sugar for certain periods of time. I've done it many times.
Mm-hmm.
The first time that you drink pop, like I just recently tried like a macaron, which has a bunch of sugar in it, like a small bite of it. And once you start like tasting like artificial shitty like processed sugar, that first bite, it tastes fucking weird. Like when you if you haven't had pop ever in your whole life,
Yeah, well, the first sip.
the first
it's
time you
insane.
drink Coca-Cola, like you know, if you lived somewhere where there was no Coca-Cola, which is unlikely, I think Coca-Cola is everywhere in the world unless you live in like a rural village with nothing.
uncontracted tribe.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
actually there's a video of some guy gave like these uncontracted tribe like Fanta for the first time, and then when they drank it, you should have seen their faces. They're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Like good or bad?
Like they're like they obviously loved it because it's like
It's
it's like
different, yeah.
dopamine,
Sure,
right? It,
sure,
like,
sure.
it hits your receptor.
No, but even that Fanta is probably different than the Fanta that
No,
that
it's
we
like
have.
it's like the Crush Fanta.
Okay, because I saw someone talking about the UK Fanta.
Yeah, how
versus
it's like
here.
orange juice.
Yeah. But either way, in Canada and the US especially, and then Canada kind of follows a little bit less, allows a little bit less. a
Yeah,
little
we
more
did fix
stricter,
it. We did fix it.
But
somewhat.
still, we
Still
allow
bad.
everything that, like, if you go to the UK, it's one of the most strict things. What was allowed.
Europe
in
in
food, whatever.
general, I would say it's very
Yeah.
very clean.
Why is it that you see videos of people in Europe that just look not overweight and crazy? Come on, guys. It's the answer isn't Ozempic. The answer is like, you know,
All this junk they put in their food too.
eating natural, normal food. Okay. And like, I don't know, I'm not saying that I'm never going to have sugar again, but right now, like after talking to Steve Allgood, before we did the podcast, I was like, really like, oh man, I want to eat less sugar. I want to eat, like, I want to care about what I eat more and more. Right. And, because I love sugar.
Who doesn't?
I think sugar is one of the most one of the biggest addictions that we have in our society today.
Yeah.
Because it's so good
Yeah.
and it's so readily available and it's in everything.
Yeah.
You've seen that guy on YouTube or on shorts and stuff on TikTok and who does like let me show you how much
Oh
sugar is in
yeah,
this.
like the cubes, like
Yeah. No, but like you see, it's like, okay, it'll be like a
be like a
ketchup. I just thought
no,
of
it'll be-
ketchup.
yeah, ketchup
Half
has
the
it
bottle
too,
of
yeah.
ketchup is sugar.
it's fucked.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like the shit that you don't expect. Like yeah, I don't know, the pop can thing's always like everyone knows that, right? Just like the amount of cubes you put out, and he's like, this is just in a pop can, just one.
Yeah.
It's not even a 2 liter.
Yeah, because when you have a coffee and you put like, you know, if you want
Yeah.
somebody with 4 sugar
you'd
cubes,
be like,
you're like, holy crap, bro, that's a
What's wrong
lot of
with you?
sugar. Like, chill. Here you're like, yeah, it's like
Little do you know,
50
then you'll have a
of them in there.
popcorn for lunch, and it's like 15
Yeah,
of those
yeah.
or 20 of those packs.
Okay, so my main point about this is the food that we're getting right now. We should be demanding healthier food to be not just healthier food. Like McDonald's, because of profits, has the ability to. First of all, they have a lot of money, so they can lobby the government, and all these other companies can. Coca-Cola can lobby the government to make sure that everything's fine.
Yeah.
But also, they could make junk food that has less processed shit in it,
Yeah.
which is the case in Europe. Like, if you have, I don't know if you have McDonald's in Europe, that it's necessarily everywhere. It's going to be necessarily like healthy. I'm not trying
It
to say
tastes
that.
different. I will say that. Like,
Yeah.
like I know people have gone to Europe,
But even
and
it tastes.
have told me.
Even the nuggets in Canada versus
Yeah.
the U.S., bro, it's different.
I
You like the
prefer-
U.S. ones?
Yeah,
Oh, I like the ones here.
The ones here
But I
aren't
haven't had
bad,
McDonald's in a while either.
But
So.
McDonald's are good, honestly. I'm kind of like the worst person to be a spokesperson on this because I really love junk food. Okay, anyways.
I mean, I do too.
Yeah, but on a different tangent, I know a lot of people that have like a lot of gut issues and like issues where like either they eat food here and they get like an upset stomach and whatnot. They went to Europe and they ate like the same shit they would eat here, no issues. They would eat dairy. They'll have dairy there, no issues. And they have dairy issues here, so it's like there's clearly an issue with like a lot of added shit like preservatives or whatnot to keep it on the shelf for longer or whatever
100%.
it is. But it's crazy to think like they're like, dude, when I went there, even if one person went to India and they're like, dude, nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't feel anything. And that's like the biggest thing of saying, oh, it's so dirty, it's so disgusting, you're gonna catch like something there. No, not one issue.
I mean, you can still get sick if you go
yeah,
other
that's
places.
like, okay, that's just like a
Yeah.
given anywhere. That's
Okay,
you
yeah.
go to sick in Mexico, right?
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
get sick anywhere.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but in
Gut
the-
issues.
no gut issues. Eating street food, getting no okay, yeah, street food. Yeah, I know.
So the formula, and I've said this before, the formula is have you eating as much junk food as possible,
Yeah.
make you feel super uncomfortable about yourself, and shape this body image stuff, and say whatever all this stuff, and now it's like, okay, cool, here's the solution. Keep eating your junk food. You can eat a little bit less of it though, but here you go. Here's the jab that you need, and the fact that now it's a pill, bro.
It's so much easier. Just take it in the morning. Boom. You don't have to inject yourself. People who are scared of needles and stuff. It's just gonna get more accessible to a point where it's like, hey, mix this little thing in your water and it's just water. Like it's gonna be some shit like that now. God damn.
No, man, it's a sad world we're living in, and the fact that this is legal and to be advertised, I think it's a shame. And it's you're taking some sort of weird hormone, and it's
Yeah.
like I think this is gonna be one of the worst things that we've seen. I mean, eating all this junk food and all that stuff, cancer rates being significantly higher, all that kind of stuff. Cool. People are saying they're going blind. It can fuck up your liver, your kidneys,
Yeah.
all this stuff too, because your whole body's just getting less nutrients. So it's kind of trying to figure itself out. We did say earlier, when you eat less, you can maybe, do like it can be good for your body.
Yeah.
That's when you let your body
Naturally
Naturally
do it.
do
It's
it.
supposed to artificially speeding up the process, right? And even like another thing I wanted to add was the commercials themselves. Like, I don't know if you've seen a lot of like commercials in the past for like weird medications, right? Have you seen them ever? Like any other medication
where
going up?
they always say, talk to
Where
your
it's like,
doctor.
No, where it's like a regular like commercial, right? That it's like a fucking huge list of like,
Oh yeah,
hey,
yeah,
you can't
yeah,
take this.
yeah,
this,
da, da,
this,
da,
this.
da,
Yeah.
da. They don't even have that for Ozempic.
They don't have that for that.
because Ozempic, they're not making any claim.
Yeah, which is all, but until they don't get a lawsuit, which is eventually going to come down the way.
But if you
everything
watch an
has it.
Ozempic ad, there is nothing. I had to go, what is Ozempic?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Google
The
it.
first time ever, I was like, I was curious.
That's
'cause,
what they
like,
want you to do.
Yeah, when I started getting older, I'm like, yo, what are these like medications they're always telling people to take? Some of them were like heart disease stuff or like random stuff like that. I was like, what is this Ozempic thing? And I looked into it, I'm like, well, that's odd. I'm like, is there like a diabetic like epidemic, something happening? Like that's crazy that I also don't know about. But then I found out that it's in Hollywood a lot, and a lot of celebrities are taking it to kind of get slim and kind of the whole fit like the norm, right? Because that's kind of promoted a lot in Hollywood and whatnot.
Ozempic search trends
Yeah, I'm not
for the last 20
surprised.
years. Obviously, it didn't exist in
Yeah.
the early 2010s. And then it was the first big spike
Mm-hmm.
was September 2021. Next big spike.
Guess what was also happening during that time, right? It was something else. There's a pandemic happening that time. People were eating a lot. Obviously, exercise was hard to get to because gyms were closed, right? And then on top of that, celebrities were also talking about taking it, right? So it started getting big off that. So
2022 February, which is Super Bowl time, is the next big spike.
mhm.
2022. Then the next big spike Don't tell me it's Super Bowl time again. No, it's December 2022. And then after that, it's been GG everything.
And it's shitty. I feel like people who actually need this stuff, like, they should be getting it first, not people who just don't need it, right?
The peak of Ozempic searches was April to May 2024. Okay. That's when like you started to see more and more in hockey as well. So I'm assuming a lot of other sports.
Oh, yeah.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, no, the ads, there's no claims. So the ads, it kind of reminds me of like the guy with his wife, and then they're leaving the bedroom, and he's just so happy.
Yeah.
Those like ones you kind of still had a clue of like, hey,
it's a
make your relationship better, right? What's that?
It's a Cialis ad.
Yeah,
I used to see a lot of those.
Yeah. No, there was those, or it was always Cialis. Yeah, ask your doctor if
Cialis is right for you.
Yeah, and now it's the same thing, but with Ozempic. And Ozempic, it's just like a random woman. Should I try it? Yeah.
Let me walk through the O.
Maybe I'll try
And then she starts like cheering at the other side.
Oh, what is it?
Beep bop, beep boop bop. Like, fuck off.
Bro. So like there's no claims on there. It literally just says ask your doctor. And which is, hey, we told them to ask their doctor, right? Do doctors get kickbacks for this? Or are doctors punished if they never prescribe it?
Are they overprescribing it, do you think? Would it turn into like the cigarette thing where back in the day they used to prescribe cigarettes?
No way.
Well, they didn't prescribe them, but they would be like, hey, like if you have a sore throat, smoke a cigarette. Like, because they were bought by the cigarette companies, right? Like they would literally have doctors on like posters saying like, oh, smoke a cigarette, right? Whatever. You have a headache, smoke a fucking cigarette. But I hope this doesn't turn into an overprescribing issue where it's like, hey, like if you're on the verge of getting diabetes, it's not like, hey, you know what? Take this and I think you'll be fine within a few months. Supposed to, hey, do you mind fixing your diet and whatnot?
So I'm not going to go through all of the clinical trial stuff, but I just want to say the clinical trials that Ozempic did were on people that were diabetic. So when you look at the efficacy of all this kind of stuff, obviously most of the research done with drugs like Ozempic, like GLP-1s, whatever, they were all on people that were diabetic.
Yeah.
And they obviously lived a much better life because they had to do it. They had to do it. Otherwise, things were going to be really bad for them. And they needed it to basically survive. There have been some studies for weight loss. Now, I'm not going to go into it, but like there was a specific trial where they did check like cardiovascular improvements, cardio improvements, all this kind of stuff. Average person ain't freaking running around. They're not doing any extra stuff. So again, they're not telling you,
right? You trust your doctor.
They're not telling you, hey, by the way, if you're going to take Ozempic, you better work out. You better eat more protein. Like, no, they don't serve it with that.
And
they serve it with, hey, just go ahead.
If they did tell you that, like, people are busy too. Like, you know, life gets in the way. I do understand. You can't do everything to like the exact specifications as everyone asks, right? So either way, for side effects, some people have vomiting issues, diarrhea, abdominal pain, constipation. The more serious risks include pancreatitis. Pancreatitis. Yeah, because that's what the area it's targeting essentially. Thyroid tumors. Diabetic retinopathy. I'm not even gonna say that. I guess you can get more diabetic because of it. It makes sense because your sugar. If you take it for long enough, you're not having that much sugar, and then you spike your sugar again. Well, it's just an unnatural thing that's going in your body that's fucking it up, right? So I can see how that's possible. This is the thing that pisses me off is something like Ozempic is absolutely no problem allowed to be all over sponsoring everything on your television. And then something natural is oh, well, you got to do clinical trials first. We don't trust that. This is the world we live in. And honestly, like, people watch freaking, TikToks and they get pissed off because it's rage bait. For me, man, like seeing like freaking Ozempic ads and stuff like that, that's like I'm at the point where I don't even want to watch fucking sports anymore and watch this shit. The Olympics, the main sponsor is Ozempic. It's crazy. Well, Macdonald's was a few years back too, but that's why. Well, that just goes to show: make them really, really fat, and then let's tell them how they can lose weight. Also, another question for you. What happened to body positivity? Dove does it every year, right? Yeah. Body positivity stuff. So what is it here? Is it body positivity or everyone should be taking Ozempic? Well, there's or should you eat? What's going on? There's riding trends. I mean, the trend now is to do that stuff. So there's that. Who's riding trends? These corporations, right?
Ozempic is the trend.
No,
Like they are creating this.
I'm saying well, obviously Hollywood and celebrities definitely did add to it. They made it bigger. Like they said, we're all taking it. So like everyone's like, oh, he's taking it. Look how good she looks. Or look how good he looks. Like right now. So that helps.
Yeah, like you said with cigarettes for like all that stuff. This is way worse than smoking one cigarette one time for your throat hurting or whatever. If that's what someone did, that's still not good. But people are gonna be taking this stuff. Maybe they'll choose to get off it. Maybe they're getting ready for a wedding. They lose all this weight for their wedding. And guys, you look better when you have a little bit of fat. Let me speak from experience here. It's good to have a little bit of meat on your bones. Okay? It is. When you have a little bit of cheek, plumpness to you, that's called being human. Okay? Sure, you can lose weight in different ways and you want to take care of that. But yeah,
we all come in different shapes and sizes, so just be like proud of and have confidence in yourself.
yes, and when you lose too much weight too fast, and it's not good for you. And I've lost a lot of weight really fast because when I started taking ADHD medication, it also has similar side effect where you eat less.
Mm-hmm.
I ate way less. I got super skinny. I lost a lot of muscle mass. And I look back at those videos, some of the earlier podcasts that we did, I was fucking way too skinny. I'm like, I never want to be that skinny again. Like, honestly, I never want to ever fit into those clothes ever again. Right. But people will do it. You'll do it and you'll say, okay, it's for my wedding. You lose all the weight. After you lose all that weight, your wedding's over. You're going to say, well, let's take time off it. You're going to inflate like an inflatable, literally.
Yeah. Because
the amount of time it took you to lose all that weight, because of how quickly you're going to be able to gain it all back, it's probably even faster. They never say this online, but I'm pretty sure from what I understand, most people that do gain quite a bit of weight really fast, they usually get back to a higher new weight than they ever had before, right? Because they missed food so much and whatever, it's going to be such a weird imbalance. So then what do? You go back on it and you're going to keep taking this and you're hooked on it. These pharmaceutical companies keep making money off you. And they get to laugh and count their paper bills and go on their grand vacations while you are sitting there. And you're still insecure because now you maybe someone called you too skinny and now you're getting, somebody said you look sick and now you're taking that, or maybe you're like, whatever it might be, you're having these insecurities. This is just what the society wants you to feel like. And I think it's a shame. I think the NHL, the Olympics should be ashamed.
Yeah.
These kind of things are all over the airwaves with the commercials. And this is, again, we're not doctors here. We're not trying to say this, but I think in the future, this is going to be looked at as one of the worst human experiments that we've ever seen. And I think a lot of lives will be lost because of this early, because people have lost different parts of their body, organ failures. All these things are going to happen because people are not eating well. Just because you're eating less doesn't mean that you're healthy. Just because you look thin doesn't mean you're healthy.
Well, I know this topic rage baits you, but we'll get on to a different topic that rage baits, unless you have more to say.
No, go ahead.
We'll get on. So I know this topic clearly has got you all mad. We'll talk about a different topic that's got the internet divided, or I guess the world divided. The Bad Bunny halftime show.
Oh, fuck. We didn't even talk about that.
Well, we'll talk
I feel like we should have talked about that earlier. But
no,
yeah,
okay. We actually followed a good path.
You know what? I'm ignorant.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Bad Bunny. Do you?
I heard a few of his songs.
Of course I've heard some of his songs.
I'm not.
I think he did a song with Drake, so I think I listened to that one. Wait, was Mia with him?
Mia.
Was that with? No, that wasn't Bad Bunny.
But it's Bad Bunny.
Are you sure? I thought it was J Balvin or some shit.
No. J Balvin's different. J Balvin had a song with Cardi B, I think. That's what you're thinking of.
Oh, it was Bad Bunny.
So I have heard of his songs.
Okay, fine.
I'm not going to say I'm the hugest fan, but I saw his songs as vibey. I didn't know what he's saying, but it's vibey.
No, for sure.
You feel the beat.
Mia was a banger.
Yeah. And then
Drake just, trend
hopping.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah.
But I personally watched it.
Okay, wait, before we go into that,
sure.
Before we talk about watching it, I'm ignorant. I knew some of his songs. Obviously, I did know some of his songs. There's that main one that's on Instagram, or every reel that you hear, Monaco or something, that he always plays everywhere.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was a song until he played at the Super Bowl. I was like, okay, I'm brown, okay? Like I'm like half the stuff that people disagree, like say, like in the States right now, it's kind of crazy. It's crazy times everywhere. But I'm like, am I really surprised that some Americans are going to be upset that there's a brown guy performing and who is not from the States? That's what I thought. I'm like a guy that's not even like a guy from Mexico, like where they're deporting like 80% of the deportations are Mexicans. Like, is this really the right time? I'm like, I know people are gonna be pissed off. This sucks. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the case. But okay, like ignorance was like, okay, whatever. Let's just see how it goes. But and I had an idea like, oh, he's probably gonna, really, make it about something and make it or whatever. And like, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be whatever. And then when I found out like the day before,
he's Puerto
Turning
Rican.
Point. No. Hold on. Before I found out that, I found out that Turning Point USA is doing their own fucking
Oh, dude, it's so cringe.
own fucking show. And I was like, wait, are you serious? Turning Point USA, first of all, like, I guess it's Turning Point is obviously Charlie Kirk's thing.
I think, yeah. Like,
And yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Okay.
very Republican, I guess, right wing,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Kid
very
Rock.
s-
Kid Rock.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, there's gonna be another show, and then I'm like, are they doing it at the arena, like in the corner somewhere? Like, what are they doing? And then it's like turns out it's in like a different location, secret
Yeah.
location. I don't know what it was.
I don't know if it was like a ticketed event. There's like no like confirmed confirmation on that.
And I think they probably had to be careful that they didn't fucking have some.
Well, it was
shit go down.
it was done before, I
Oh,
think,
it's pre-recorded.
because it was hard to match up the time, I think, is what I've heard. I don't know. That's just what I've seen online, but I think it might have been done a little bit before.
So if you're gonna do your own halftime show, by the way,
Make
like-
it good.
Like, there's a lot of things you can do.
Make it good, number one.
So, yeah, we'll get to that, I guess. So anyway, so I was ignorant. I was like, okay, Turning Point USA, that's crazy. I didn't expect that level. But I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, here we go.
A petty.
And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then I found out during so the show started, and it's like he was kind of like, a lot of people making fun of the beginning part
Yeah.
where he's like, oh, and they're like,
But that's a singing
they're
style.
like, yeah, but that specific part, he
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
he also didn't look like he was trying too hard. It kind of
Mhm.
looked like kind of lazy, which is just the way he sings, and no disrespect to him. But even I was kind of like, okay, it's kind of like, bro, like, what are you doing here, bro? Like, I don't even know the song. I don't know what you're saying. Okay, whatever. Honestly, like, I'm not a hater, but I was like kind of a hater at that moment. And then he comes out with the Puerto Rican flag. And I'm like, what flag is that? And I'm like, okay, wait, let me just search. Like, I searched up like description of that flag.
Mhm.
And I think whatever the colors were, whatever, and green or whatever. And then it was like,
It was blue, red.
and
Blue, red, and white.
oh yeah, sorry. Yes.
Funny enough, the American flag.
Yeah, that's why I was. That's why I was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
no. That's why I was like, that looks like an American flag, but it's not.
Mhm.
I'm like, is he doing his own shit on the flag? I'm like, this is not gonna go
Not
well
gonna
if that's
go
it.
well.
So then I just searched it, and it was like, oh, it's Puerto Rico, and I'm like, oh. And then I found out he's from Puerto Rico. And then I find out Jake Paul, the fucking idiot who lives there or lived there for many years, is talking shit.
Yeah. Well, that's another shocker. He's always saying something.
Bro, like, what do you want me to say? That's when I was like, okay, what the fuck? And then, anyways, watching the show, I'll let you say what you thought. I thought it was fucking so good at the end.
Same.
I felt a lot of emotion at the end
Yeah.
because he said Canada as well.
Yeah, he gave us a fucking shout out.
There's a
I
Canada
love
flag.
you, bad buddy.
There's a guy. Also, was there a single white person in
Yeah,
the
there
whole
was.
thing?
There was one.
Very
chick.
few.
There was one. There was actually one.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And she was like in that group of like celebrities and like influencers or whatever.
wait, Lady Gaga's is that Lady Gaga?
No, she was like
Lady Gaga's white though.
I think her name
She
is like Alex Earl or something.
Lady
I
Gaga
don't
tripped
know.
me out.
So
Very
okay, I
weird.
don't know if this is true or not. I saw online somewhere where it said it was supposed to be Bruno Mars because that's his song, right?
Oh.
And I think he's kind of locked into fucking doing residencies at Vegas, so he couldn't get out to go to the venue. Because once you're locked into a Las Vegas residency, there's a lot of weird contract stuff. Just like Elvis got fucked over with that. To say that.
Okay.
You don't know about that story?
No, but
Okay,
then
get
why
into
did
that. We'll get into that
Gaga
different-
get into it?
Because she was
then?
the other person in the song. That's why. Yeah. I think she's.
She
I
was.
think she's. the
I
other
thought it
person in the
was her
song.
song. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't know.
But I liked it. They put a cool spin to the song. She looked like she was vibing too.
I didn't even know the original song. To be honest, I didn't understand. I didn't listen to Lady
At
Gaga
first, I
much.
didn't know what song it was.
I didn't
but
even know it was
then
Lady Gaga at first for the first 2 seconds because I don't know she always
She looked
changed her look.
different. Yeah.
So I'm like, that's got to be Lady Gaga because it's. And then I searched up and it was Lady Gaga. So I'm just sitting there like trying to freaking understand what's going on. But man, it was my vote, best halftime show I've ever watched.
I say Kendrick's.
No,
is
Kendrick's
more.
was whatever, bro.
I know why you're saying that.
No,
I'm
it
not
was
even surprised.
good,
No,
but,
but
like-
Kendrick, like he had like really deep, meaningful shit like he put in it that kind of flew over everyone's fucking head. Like he said that shit while Trump's sitting right there, bro. He's saying like slavery shit, like right in front of fucking Trump. Like, I
Was
know
Trump
Stru-
at the Super Bowl too? Probably didn't go to this one.
I have no idea. I think he probably was there. I'm assuming he would be there. I didn't see him on like they didn't like pan over to him, right? Maybe they did. I was not focused on that.
I'm
at all.
surprised they didn't pan over to him during the halftime show,
Oh,
shaking his
God.
head with a red face.
or just like go to the washroom.
Yeah, he's like,
Fuck. I thought it was a great show. I thought it was fucking
it was
vibey.
it was up there for you though.
Definitely up there. I would say it's 2. Maybe recency bias. I'll give Kendrick 1, right? But like, I'm trying to think of like iconic like Super Bowl halftime shows, and like, I didn't care about Usher. I didn't care about Katy Perry. The Lady Gaga one was cool, I guess, but like, I wasn't like a
The
biggest fan
Janet
of her.
Jackson, Justin Timberlake
Yeah,
one.
that was iconic of its for its own reason. But oh no, actually no, fuck it. Dr. Dre guys.
I
was my
just hit like
favorite.
puberty around that time,
Sorry,
so I was very interested in that one.
Last year's was my Dr. Dre guys were my favorite. That was my favorite because I knew all the songs. They brought 50 Cent out. It was cool.
That was a sick one too.
Yeah.
It was a sick one. It was great. That was a
Yeah.
good one too. You're right, but like in terms of production value,
Mhm.
the way it was set up, how effortless it looked. He looked like he had that
And it was
down
simple.
to
It was
a
very
T.
quick. It was a very quick show,
quick, but it
too.
was just every
Effective, though.
second was so silky smooth.
Yeah.
The transition when he fell through and the video
Yeah.
plays, then he comes out and the wedding thing that happened.
That was sick. That was
yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
The wedding, it was a real
So
wedding.
one person got engaged to and one person got married. So one person got engaged in between as he was walking out before the wedding, and that was real too, apparently. So
Huh.
I heard the story. Apparently, they invited Bad Bunny to their wedding, and he's like, "I can't come," but he's, you know what? Come to Super Bowl. We'll do it there.
Or maybe they wanted to get married
And I
that,
think-
that day or something. That
I
weekend.
don't know if that was their family around them. If that was, that's fucking sick.
Probably
like, talk
some
about
people.
having the biggest flex of a wedding ever.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and so you know what? Like, I think it was the best halftime show. I think it's been ranked as number 2 behind Prince.
Yeah, Princess is apparently like insane. Like, you know the song Purple Rain?
I'm sure I do.
So like the song's talking about purple rain, right? So right when he started singing that, it legit rained. So like, dude, like that's pretty fucked. That's pretty fucked.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So
And
his
Prince is
was-
very talented.
No, of
so,
course,
yeah.
of course. Yeah. Rest in
Michael
peace.
Jackson, I didn't see it, but I heard it was a good show too.
Yeah, yeah. But like they're already ranking it as number 2. The fact that that Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
which is the United States,
Technically, yeah.
and people love like these Jake Paul people, whatever, that are hating that, probably love going to Puerto Rico or whatever it
Mhm.
is. I don't know if people love going to Puerto Rico though, because it's probably still expensive to go there versus going to. Mexico?
I don't know.
They can't vote though. Puerto Ricans can't vote. It's a whole
I
other
didn't
thing.
know that.
You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
They're not. They're U.S. citizens, or maybe they're not U.S. citizens,
Mm-hmm.
but it's part of the U.S. But they don't have the right to vote. They don't get to vote.
That's interesting.
I don't know if you move out of Puerto Rico, and you move to the
States,
regular states,
yeah.
would it be considered that
Because you're
you could now
technically still a
vote?
citizen, though, I think, of the United
Yeah,
States.
yeah, but without voting rights.
That's
But
odd.
but either way,
Did you search up any like the lyrics, like see like what the fuck
No.
they meant? I did.
I searched up when he said Canada to make sure he said Canada.
No, I searched up some of the lyrics and like, okay, yeah, the first song he walks in on is pretty much like it's like a lot of his songs are like he's kind of like the Drake of like, this kind of
100%,
music.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all like based on girls and relationships and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But then when you know that guy was sitting on the chair, like that old guy who was singing his fucking ass off, like killing it. Do you remember that part?
Mm,
When the camera cuts to a different guy, it's like the third guy that was singing too.
okay.
Ricky Martin.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't familiar with him. I never heard of him.
you don't know who
but-
Ricky Martin is?
No, I probably heard
No,
of his
Ricky
song
Martin's
and I
like
don't know
OG,
him by
bro.
name. I
No,
probably don't
yeah,
know him by
you
name.
definitely know Ricky Martin, but yeah.
But the
OG.
song he was singing, it was a deep ass song. Like the lyrics are essentially saying like, "Don't let us become what happened to Hawaii." Yeah, and that's like a song that's Bad Bunny song, like that whole part that he just sung it himself. But I mean, like there was like deep shit in all the lyrics, but obviously I wouldn't know like a surface level. I don't speak Spanish, right? So I wouldn't know.
Yeah, watching it though, and you saw that love. The only thing that beats hate
is love. Yeah.
Love or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's like a fucking
No,
great
it was
message,
great, bro.
dude.
And the way that he ran out with all the flags and the way he had the passion and everything.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's
And
the
he didn't
reason.
miss a country. He didn't miss a fucking country. I'll give him that.
You said he missed one country.
Apparently. But I'll say he didn't miss like the major countries where it's like
Major? What are you trying to say about the one country?
no, in the sense of like
Majority of them.
like all the
He didn't
countries.
miss Canada.
Yeah, like I'm saying North America. Like generally, when you think of countries, you think of like Mexico, Canada, U.S. If you want to go South America, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia,
Did he say
stuff like that. Venezuela? Yeah,
He did.
he did. I think he did. Yeah.
Awkward.
But
That sure
yeah,
pissed people
see
off,
that.
yeah.
How is that show not an inclusive, bringing everyone together thing? That like everyone online, like all these like other people on Turning Point, are like, it's not about America, right? And then they held the football set together we're America, which is true. Like North America, South America, we're all America technically, right? But I thought this show was more inclusive than the fucking other bullshit that was going on other stream. Like, did you see that? Did you see any of it? Like genuinely?
Oh, sorry. Yes, talking about that, I actually turned it on. So I had the TV on, and then I went on my phone, to turn it on. And it was so bad.
Dude, it's embarrassing.
It looked like it was like in like a basement. Like it was so dark and like
a bunch of
grungy.
just
It looked
random
like
green screens was behind.
Yeah, like I was like, you guys could have done a better job to make it look
how
nice.
much money do you think these guys really have?
Yeah,
I
but
doubt not a lot.
they have decent amount of money.
Did you hear that one song? Like, I just want to drive my truck,
No, but I'm sure.
drink my beer,
Yeah,
catch my fish. These, like, oh my god, bro! No one's stopping you, bro. He literally says, "I just want to cut my grass, feed my dog." No one is stopping you, bro.
But is he? But that's just his song. It's something to do with.
Well, he's talking about his life though, and he's saying it's so hard to be country in this country.
Oh, is that what he's saying?
Like literally, like this is like just excerpts out of the song. I don't
I
know
think
the
you're
song.
singing it better than he did, bro. That's
Yeah.
pretty good accent.
But he's like,
what did you say, country?
It's hard to be country in this country. And it's like, bro, if you feel that, imagine everyone fucking else. Right? Like, fuck, bro. You have it relatively easy. You're not getting fucking put in cuffs or fucking harassed. Jesus Christ, man. That show was fucking
It
terrible.
was. Did you see lip syncing? Kid Rock.
Yeah,
lip syncing?
Kid Rock. It was brutal. He was
He's like
it was
singing, and he
so-
just completely stops. And
it's not even synced up. Like the music's like ahead of the beat. It's so off, bro. The production was dog shit.
No, but he was lip syncing, bro. That's really embarrassing.
Well,
Bad Bunny didn't.
At least I can name one Bad Bunny song, and I don't even know the guy. I can't name you one Kid Rock song. Gun to my fucking head. I don't know a Kid Rock song.
You also know Kid Rock was charged with some PDF file stuff too.
I'm not surprised. He looks off, bro. The guy looks.
No.
creepy.
Kid Rock, he had a statement where he says, "I don't care about how old you are or whatever." Like it's in one of his songs.
Oh yeah, I know. I heard about that, and everyone's saying like, "It's a song from like back in the day,"
I-
as if that
Yeah,
justifies it, right? What?
Back in the day was different.
It was different back then.
No. There was a girl who's like, I do not support Bad Bunny because did you know about his lyrics? And then she quotes the lyrics.
Yeah.
But they're the Kid Rock lyrics.
Yeah.
And then she's like, wait, what? She's like, oh, that's Kid Rock's lyrics? Oh. Well, no, still. It was like a brown chick or black
Yeah.
chick saying it all. And then like the comments were just
People
choked.
had issues with the performance, like the background dancers. Like some people were like kind of like breaking it down, like throwing it back and all that stuff. It's like that's just dancing, bro. Who gives a fuck?
My favorite lines though were like all like I don't know if it was like full send guys or like I think it was actually Flagrant. Funny enough, those guys. There's also clips where there's like, what would you rather watch? Like a bunch of Latinas shaking their ass, or would you rather watch fucking these dudes?
I just want to catch my bus.
It's like, bro, to be honest, I didn't even really notice how many chicks were like. It was like so well produced, everything.
No,
but-
I was focused on Bad Bunny. I
yeah,
didn't
no,
care
it was
about the
actually,
background
it was actually,
dancers.
but like I actually genuinely, I wasn't paying. Like I said, I was trying to
He's
look at
found a
stuff.
fan. I'm honestly a fan of
No,
Bad Bunny
100%.
now. I
I'm like
love
a
him.
full time supporter of him now, and
He's cool.
and
And I like his story too. I don't think he was like a famous guy growing up. I think correct me if
No
I'm
one's
wrong.
a famous guy growing up.
No, I'm saying like he didn't come from a lot of money. Like he wasn't like a known person. Like correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was bagging groceries at the grocery store, and that's where he like started from. So like he wasn't like anybody, and he started making music. And I think the one song that really put him on the map, I would say globally, was at least a Cardi B one. I like that song. He was in that song.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah.
that when he blew?
I'll-
Cardi.
But, like I would say worldwide.
Yeah.
Like right, like for like.
I think
the
Mia
sound.
was even bigger than that. I don't know which one.
No,
came
Mia's
first.
a great song. I like Mia more. I don't like the Cardi B song.
No,
I'm
but I
not a
think
fan of
Mia
Cardi B
blew
either.
up way more than that Cardi B one.
Definitely,
But either way,
yeah.
Cardi B or Drake wouldn't have fucked with
Yeah,
Bad Bunny
it
if he wasn't
helped
already.
a lot though. Like
if
I'm
he
happy.
wasn't- Yeah.
I'm happy. I'd rather have people like this in the limelight than fucking. I just want to catch my fish. Like I don't want that type of shit on the fucking TV.
Is that
bro.
actually the line? I want to catch my fish.
Play the video?
I just wanna catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer. I just wanna cut my grass, watch my game, say my prayer. It ain't easy being country in this country nowadays.
It's fucking hilarious, iconic. Whoever this man is, honestly,
Who is it?
can he be the next Super Bowl halftime show? I want to see this. I actually want to fucking see this. in front
Dude,
of
yeah, right. This guy ever stands a chance to be at.
Who do you
Bad
think the
Bunny
next
level.
one would be? I'm curious. Like, do you think they'll go
Drake?
with another? No, like, you think they'll go with like a different like?
Diljit.
Imagine,
No.
dude, the world would explode. Honestly, I would love it. I think he's a great performer. Holy fuck, I'm turning into Trump. Oh my god.
No, but he's not. The world's not ready for that.
But he's a
Super Bowl's not ready for
he's
that.
an amazing performer though. Honestly, he would do great. I think if anyone won like out of the Punjabi industry, yeah,
It's gonna be Beyonce again.
No, I think next it's in LA, so they're not gonna do the LA thing again because they've already done that, right?
Lil Wayne.
No, bro, he can't. He doesn't have it
Kanye.
anymore. No chance. There's a 0 chance. No chance, bro. There's no chance. Like I'm trying to think. Like who
Betty.
could- No, definitely not. If it was 2016,
Yeah,
maybe.
baby.
Okay, that would go hard though. It was Apple Music. Yeah, baby. It would go hard.
Since when has it been the Apple Music halftime show?
A few years. I think since the weekend. Oh, the weekends was
It
really.
used to be like
I
the
enjoyed the
Pepsi
weekends
halftime
too.
show, I think,
See,
before,
I'm
right?
forgetting half the people. I like the weekends halftime show too. He was great. So I'm trying. Drake.
Nav will
Drake,
be the next one.
Fuck it, bro. Fuck all this shit. Come out and do a fucking banger show. Or
Yo,
Travis Scott.
Iceman still isn't out, and it's almost past winter. It's really bad for him right now. He needs to drop that shit.
And why does he keep dropping fucking snippets every fucking week? Like drop the
Oh,
fucking album.
No, he's not dropping snippets. He's too busy gambling, bro.
No, he's dropping snippets though. Every week, like a portion of a song comes out, and it's just like, bro, like at this point, I'm
maybe
gonna hear your whole
is he
album.
like insecure and trying to get the vibes?
It feels like that. Like I feel like, bro, his shit sounds good. Fucking drop it. I hope whatever. Keep pushing it off until fucking Super Bowl. Drop your album Super Bowl before, bro. He would do great. I think he would do great. Because Jay-Z's in charge of this, right? So whoever Jay-Z picks is. I hope he's still not in charge of it by next year. But
You hope he's not in charge of it?
yeah, but he's going to be.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I probably have a red dot on my forehead right now because I spoke out about Jay-Z. But
Beyonce's done it, right? Beyonce's done Super Bowl. Yeah, she did a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think she has.
Has Jay-Z done it?
Bro, like he's not like a performer like that. Like I don't think he would be good.
Eminem was on the Dr. Dre one, right?
I think he was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I generally don't know who they'd pick. Even Bad Bunny came out
No,
of
it's
nowhere
probably
when I
gonna
heard
be
that.
some like it's gonna be the chick who got album of all time.
No, it's not gonna be Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, it's gonna be something
No.
random, bro.
I think it'll be a female artist though.
Serena Williams.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be Ozempic.
Ozempic. Beep,
Yeah,
beep,
that's
boop
what
for
it's gonna
15
be.
minutes
Yeah.
straight.
Then be like, this year, guys, we really just free Ozempic for everyone in the crowd.
Yeah, they're throwing it like under your seat, guys. You can find one. Let's inject
Jab
it
it
on
out.
3.
Jab it
1,
out.
2, 3. Fuck.
And then it lights up. And
It
then
lights
everyone,
up, yeah.
Everyone that's
Everyone
done
put
it,
your- everyone put
everyone's
your-
done it, put it out.
Put your
yeah.
syringe in the air.
And there's gonna be like pockets where people didn't do it. It's gonna be like camera's gonna go on you. It's like I don't want to do this.
Oh god.
That's the world that we live in. man.
Well,
thanks so much.
thank you guys for listening. That was our breakdown of Super Bowl 60, and stay tuned for more.
Don't take Ozempic.